we all have some sort of, voice or person on our shoulder that is saying something that is maybe counter to what we want to do. We're trying to lead our life. We're trying to, make art, go to the gym, whatever it may be, write. And there's some sort of voice that is bringing this noise. And in a way, and especially like if you do this and navigate life, it's like this particular voice is trying to help. They're trying to provide some sort of protective, whatever it may be. It depends on the scenario, but it's like an interesting thing of thinking about ourselves as multiple selves. If there's a bit of competing demands. I don't know that one popular quote where it's like, do I contradict myself? Like, yes, I have multitudes, but it is like an interesting thing. Like, how does that sit with you in terms of naming your thought stream as coming
Yeah.
from someone else? Is that too weird?
No, it's not weird. Actually, this is what I spoke to with Kristen. That's the woman I spoke with yesterday. We
Yeah.
spoke about this too, and again, got a really interesting thought on this during that conversation. Is that I often think about the two voices in your head: the stronger self, the weaker self. You could also think about it like the therapist and the client. One tells you to obviously do the things you need to do, get up, go to work, go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And then the weaker self says, nah, stay on the couch. Let's sleep in a little bit. I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that, how a lot of times we think about the weaker self as like in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like we think like we have a bad feeling in our mouth when we say the weaker part of ourselves. But then I made this connection that it's maybe the better way of thinking about it is it's kind of like how you deal with a child. So when you have a child, for example, and you have young children, there's lessons that they don't understand. Things like why you should probably get up at the same time every day, or things like why you should probably do your work before you play. Like
Mhm.
these basic things that we all kind of know in life. So there's all these things that these basic lessons that adults normally have that children don't have. But if you're trying to get your child to learn a lesson, okay, you just got home from school, let's do your homework. So you walk them through you're trying to get them to work before they play. There's just going to be like a little bit of a, oh, dad, I don't want to do that. Come on, I want to play. Come on. And you as the parent, you don't, you're not angry at the child for saying that. You're not pissed off. You're just like, no, come on. We're going to do it, kiddo. That's the exact same way I think that we have to think about our weaker self. It's like you're laying on the couch and your weaker self goes, "Come on, let's just stay on the couch. I'm comfortable." And you go, "It's okay that you felt that way, but no, we're
Mm.
gonna get up and go."
Yeah.
It's like it's not, no, screw you. We're getting up. I hate you. It's no, because that's a part of you. You can't get rid of that. So I don't know. What do you think about that relationship as someone who has kids?
Yeah. And I wonder the idea of say even like weaker self, like we've talked about before of maybe that voice is saying, I don't feel like going to the gym today. And we've heard Jocko Willink say it's like, well, I'm going to go today, but maybe if I still feel that way tomorrow, I'm going to take the day off. Because it is true in terms of this voice might have a point,
Yeah.
might have a point in terms of whatever it may be. It's like maybe like the kid needs to play, get 15 minutes, do some stuff, and then play some more for an hour. Like maybe there's this thing of there's this energy buildup in you that you got to kind of run it out and run around. Now, and that's where it gets difficult to discern of when do you necessarily like listen to this voice? When do you say, hey, thanks
Mhm.
for the unsolicited information here, but I'm going to continue? Because if you I think monitor this and are a bit mindful of the thoughts, a lot of times it's for our own safety and protection. We might not be in danger, but it's somehow associated to that. Like if you were walking down a trail and you saw like a piece of fruit on a tree and you went to maybe go grab it and eat it, you'd have a thought that might come in as like, well, is this safe to eat?
Mm.
And that's a valid, yeah, it's a good point, Bob. Thanks for thanks for that thought. Like,
Yeah.
and then other times it's just not. You're getting ready to paint. This is something that you have decided to do. Like this particular person, it's their profession, and you're getting this voice of resistance. Maybe we could acknowledge it, eh, but we're still going to navigate and move forward and do what needs to be done.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
you got a point there. Is that sometimes the child is right. So
yeah,
so your kid comes home from school. You say, "Come on, we got to go sit down and do your homework." "Oh, but dad, I don't want to." You as the father go, "That's not a good excuse." You might not say it that blatantly, but you'll say, "No, we're come on, we got to do." Say, "Oh, but I'm tired." Say, "Well, that's not a good excuse either." "No, no, come on, we got to do the work." "Oh, but dad, my friend is leaving for Cuba for 2 months tomorrow and I want to see him tonight."
yeah,
"Okay, that's
yeah,
actually a good reason. Why don't you take the night off and then we'll get back on it tomorrow?" So you're absolutely right. It
yeah,
it is helpful to have that voice. But you have to this is like where I think reason comes in is you have to be able to discern between the two and we're really that's wisdom.